Welcome to Don's Manufactory. Well, I'm going to attempt the demo on the guitar now. I think I've got the amps sounding pretty good. And I'm still messing around with getting this here, the sound right in the room, the camera's right, and all the rest of it. I have no idea what this is going to sound like and or look like, but that's kind of where I'm at. And I'll tell you, one of the main things about me getting this done is these things right here. When I was younger, every day I played guitar, I was better than the day before. That went on for decades. But now at my age, every day starts with my fingers barely moving. And it takes me 2 hours of doing scales and exercises on the neck here till I get to the point where my fingers will start to move. So I've just put in a couple of hours worth of that, and now I'm going to attempt to play for you. You know, a mere shadow of my former self, but at least my fingers will do somewhat what I tell them to do. Anyway, enough of that. Went through the amps and did another tone control modification and stuff, which I guess what I'll do is put that video in right here, and then I'll come back and play for you. I feel I need to give you a frame of reference for how quiet these amps are now. So right now the amp is on and the volume is at 0, and let's just see how much level we got. Well, it's not even tripping the meter. Okay, now let's turn it up wide open so you'll be able to hear the hiss of the gain. So 56 dB, 54 on that speaker, well, 56. That's pretty darn quiet. It picks up a little bit when we go all the way bass. I'll have to look at that. The tone control makes a very small amount of noise. Let's see how loud that is. Even when you change the weighting, yeah, it's an amazing difference after fixing all these up. Wow, it's amazing. Final assessment of noise from the Supro amp here. First and foremost, loudest noise was the grounds. Soldering these terminal strip rivets, those terminals to ground. That was the first and the loudest noise. Also just made the amp sound terrible. You could just tap it, it would go like a bad tube. Second loudest noise, increasing the filtering in the primary and secondary nodes. So there's 50 microfarads on the primary and the secondary. The rest of them are the same, 10, and this one here makes 4. All right, so that got rid of not only hum, but it got rid of ghost notes. And then the last noise was a sharp little buzz, but only on the bass side here, this red wire of the tone control. It was quiet on the treble side, noisy on the bass side. I thought at first that it was this wire running down through the middle of everything, but it wasn't. I put a piece of coax in there to see if it made a difference, and it wasn't that. So then I just started pushing the wires around to see if I could make a difference in the noise. So when I was pushing the brown wire that feeds the tone control, the noise would change. And as it turns out, it was lead dress on the heaters. This heater wire was laid right down across the brown wire here. These two wires right here. It was just laying right across them. So it was just, essentially broadcasting AC interference into those wires. So I moved it up this way, twisted it a few more times, and moved it up this way so that it comes off the tube the opposite direction like the other heater wires. And that took the last of the noise out of the amp. So it is mega quiet at this point, and it's time to put it back together. And one of the things I did that isn't in a regular Supro is this sheet of stainless that I put in under here that completely encloses the bottom of the amp chassis. I actually did this years ago, lighting, especially back in the days of using triacs and dimmers, no LEDs or anything, using incandescent and quartz lighting with triac dimmers. They broadcast a lot of radio interference, RFI, out the filaments of the bulbs, and my amp would pick it up. But when I shielded the whole thing, then it didn't pick up that RFI as much. The guitar would if it wasn't shielded well, so I ended up shielding all the cavities in my guitars too, just to get rid of that dimmer noise coming out of the bulbs. And here you see the little screw and ground wire that grounds the chassis. It's in place, so now I can just screw the chassis back into the cabinet. Okay, this is the other amp, see, with the replaced transformer. And you'll notice the lead dress. Now on this one, the wire is going under these other wires, but it's laid right across where the signals go in and out of the tube. Crazy. So I will do the same thing. I will wrap them a little tighter, and I will move this so that it comes off this terminal here and follows this wire, because these are all AC heaters. This is the heater, so it will come over and come off of these tubes in this direction and get away from the ins and outs of the phase inverter. Alrighty, in review, the things that fixed this here Supro 6420 amp. Most importantly, soldering the ground tangs on the terminal strips, soldering them to the chassis. That really cleans them up. Another thing that I did, ran all the grounds to a central grounding point right here where the rectifier is grounded. And that included moving the wire here off of the can cap that normally grounded to the metal frame of the tube socket. I moved it up here too. After that, the amp was so quiet that it exposed the problem of the lead dress on the heaters. So as you can see, I've moved this heater wire so that it comes off the top and heads over this direction here where all the other leads are for heater current. And that gets rid of the noise on the bass side. Just excellent. It's so quiet and it works so well now. I'm really, really pleased. So that's how I got my Supros quiet. You'll also notice, I replaced a lot of the electrolytics in here and the coupling caps. There was a lot of stuff. Boy, this coupling cap right here was so noisy. It was a ceramic. When you twanged it like this, the amp just went, bye, bye. So yeah, that took care of that noise. It was a funny little geeky noise when I was playing. It was on the attack of every note. And also had to replace this resistor right here, way out of spec. And you'll notice the tone controls have the new values.
And those values moved the center frequency up to 1,000 hertz, which is that peak you see off to the left there. I know it just looks like it's tapering off, but the upper frequency is 10,000 hertz, which is well above guitar. I was trying to get a better shot of this, but oh well.
So I've played around with some pedals. I've had these pedals for a while, but I haven't done anything with them. I've got a little bit of noise cross-talking from the power supply, so I may have to do something about that. Well, I will if I'm going to use this setup. So what I've got down here is an island, just a little looper pedal, and it'll only loop like 17 seconds, so I can just put a phrase in and then play over it. And then I've got a Hall of Fame reverb over here, just kind of filling in the gaps. Let me tune up here real quick. Well, let's see. Okay. So you can hear that little noise. That's the clock coming out of the looper pedal. If I mute it all, it goes away there. So that's obviously something I got to do something about. Okay, another thing I'm doing. I have got tinfoil on the bottom of this, as somebody suggested. And then I have it grounded, as somebody suggested. That didn't work, but I also put a electrostatic shield on here that you would see on a acoustic guitar. They sell them for protecting a acoustic guitar that doesn't have a pick guard on it. And so I'm going to try that. The next idea I'm going to try, this doesn't work, is I think I'm going to spray it with lacquer. You know, I don't build up any static rubbing on this lacquer finish, so I think I'm going to spray it with lacquer both sides and see if that doesn't fix it. I don't know, I'm just keep experimenting, because frankly I think the problem is this is the wrong material. The pickups never have static built up on them. I can rub these as much as I want. I never get any crackling, but as soon as I go to the pick guard I do. So the pick guard should be made out of the same material as this. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe some of you do. Okay, let me just play a little something here. This will be, the whole thing will be on the neck pickup, and we will see how it goes. I'm completely new to this, so wish me luck here. Let's see if it works. I kind of played the timing wrong. Let's do that again. I just did not play the rhythm of it right. Okay, once again. On the uptake there. Let's try it again. I'm new to this, so just bear with me, huh? jumped the beat on that one. Once more. I know. I'll just edit all this stuff out so it looks like I get it the first time. Yeah, that's an idea. Close enough. There's a little bit of a hesitation in there. Okay. Here we go. Again. Well, it's gonna have to do. Alrighty. Okay, let's do another little piece. This one, this is actually an original song that was written. Jeez, it's annoying. Here we go. It was written about me. It's called The Straight. And that's because, yeah, I didn't do drugs or alcohol or anything, and I was in a band, so what was wrong with me? Anyway, so, he drinks beer, but he never gets drunk, gets high on life, never uses junk. Yeah, that was me. Okay, let's see if we can get this riff going. Middle position. So yeah, I'm hoping that you're getting a little idea about what this guitar sounds like. Too much reverb. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Gosh, how did that go? Well, if you've made it this far, congratulations. That's a lot of noodling. I hope it gave you some idea of what this guitar sounds like. And I guess I can get rid of this now. Get rid of my ground wire. There we go. I don't know, maybe I'll just take this thing off. I'm going to take it off and shoot it with lacquer just to see if it works. It'll probably melt the thing and just make it all wrinkle up and look ugly. Thanks for watching Don's Manufactory. Catch you later.